wanna ride. So baby, get with me, 'cause this party goes on all night. You navigate is right, 'cause when you're rolling with a G, 'cause this party goes on all night.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome to the Real Source Podcast, and this is episode. And today's topic will be discussing, does a woman help play a major role in helping a man develop and growth? Now, honestly, absolutely. And I'll bring this from the easiest basis form, is with a man's mother. You know, unless you're a test tube, baby, as my man Robin Harris would say from Bebe Kids. You have parents. You come from parents, and you have a mom. So having a mom, she helps develop you. You know, she shows you nurturing. She shows you how to be positive. She shows you the loving and affectionate side that maybe some men who are fathers cannot show. So I think the earliest form of being showed that, and the qualities and the attributes of a woman and her helping develop a man, starts with a child. You know, so absolutely, I think a woman plays a major part in development of a man's growth. It also depends on what point in time that man is in his life when he meets this woman. You know, if he's very down and out, or he's just on the street a lot and he's hanging out and he's doing a lot of stuff that's not really good for him, like he's partaking in recreational activities that is only making him worse of a person rather than enhancing him. If you meet a woman that wants to remove you from those environments, that is helping to develop you. That is helping to develop, you know, to help you grow. You have to be open and be receptive to her. But, you know, I've been fortunate enough to been with a few women in my time that were women that were push me to do good things. And I don't want to say necessarily push or challenge, but more like compliment me, you know, and be enthusiastic and passionate in what it is that they were trying to express to me, and seeing me being able to be successful in whatever it is that you know, at that time that I wanted to do. So to think that a woman doesn't play a specific part in a man's growth is foolish, because both parties need each other. And I think women have more of an insight on emotional value of things. They have a closer connection to that. They're naturally are already spiritually inclined, because they're the ones who give birth to the children. We make them, they give birth to the children. So you have to have a certain body and a certain framework about you mentally and spiritually. You see it in many different instances, how the effect of a woman can help a man's growth. It can, you know, substantially increase the value of a man and whoever it is at who he is at that time. And then it can also decrease the man. So, you know, somebody like a Cleopatra, right? Who was a very famous Egyptian princess turned queen, excuse me. She was with Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was already great, right? He got with her, and it just expanded more from what his empire was into Egypt. Now, after Julius Caesar died, she got with his boy, Mark Antony. Mark Antony was great as a military leader. But then when he got with her all for the wrong reasons. And eventually that was his demise as well as hers as well. You know, so there can be points and times where a woman can be beneficial as far as, you know, in the growth of a man and helping him and nurturing in that sense, and even cultivating. And then there's also parts of where that woman may not necessarily, who has those qualities, will be able to give those qualities to a man that's actually going to use them and benefit from them. So it varies in situation and occasion, and you know, it just really comes down to how you are spiritually as a person, and are you going to be receptive I've come across women that, like I said, that were, very influencing on me in a very positive way. One of my ex-girlfriends showed me things that some of my other girlfriends wouldn't even bother to. Simple things, that stuck with me very, very long. And it helped. It helped to add more to what already I am and to help grow more as an individual. So we need each other. But absolutely, when it comes to a woman and the development of a man, and does she have any partake in that growth? If for you to say no is to disregard all the great legendary stories of every hero, of every important person that has a mother in their life.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, back in the building. You already know who it is. We're about to drop some serious knowledge, some real talk, no chaser. This ain't your average podcast, nah. This is the Real Source Podcast, where we keep it 100, always. We're diving deep, uncovering truths, and sparking those conversations that actually matter. So tune in, subscribe, and let's get this journey started, fam. You don't want to miss this.
So topic 2 is the man may be ready to grow and he may not even know it himself. Examples of that are guys that are hanging out in the street. Let's say they make money. We're going to use a more intelligent technical term for it. Street pharmacists, right? So you got certain people, men, that, living in the street, hustling, got a wad full of money, pocket full of money, running around, and there may be a certain point in time in their life, even still while they're doing what they're doing, they may question themselves with certain aspects of what it is that they're doing. But because they're so focused on making that money and scrambling and making moves, that they don't really stop to really, really reflect. So this is where the woman, the right woman, the woman that can help a man grow, which is what we were, specifying in topic 1, comes into play. They're those specific great women, the few selective ones, that can look at you and they can see potential in you that you can't even see in yourself, and they can see something great about you, and that attracts them. It can also be they also like to sometimes encourage and mold certain people that they know that have the potential to be something. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if men do it with women, I think women can do it with men too. I just think it's based upon how receptive you are, as a man. So it's like, I had women that would show me to things that I would never experience on my own. I dated a girl one time and she took me to a Philharmonic, and I was like, what the fuck is a Philharmonic? And then I went to it and I was like, oh, I like this shit. This is dope. It's different. So, you got to be receptive. You got to be open as a person. You got to have an open spirit. You got to have I don't want to say a wandering spirit, but I want to say an open spirit, to where when this woman comes to you, she's going to come to you because she's going to bring you value. And that's the dope thing about bringing something to the table. You may have had all these things about you that was great, but you were squandering. And you was everywhere else and doing everything else and distracted by superficiality and shallowness, hanging out, going to the club, buying bottles, trying to bag girls, taking flights to go here and there to do fuckery, basically. Whereas to now, you meet this individual, you meet this woman who is trying to ground you because she sees that you have great qualities in you. She sees that you're a good person. You may make mistakes, but you're not a bad person. And one of the things that me and my partners always talk about, couple me and my partners talk about is, we all make mistakes. So like if you do something with malice intent, then you just have an evil heart. But when you come across a woman who actually by birth, 99.9% of them all are supposed to be loving and supposed to be nurturing. That is what's supposed to be a given attribute within their genetics. When you find the right one, She'll be submissive, but she'll also encourage you. She will compliment you and push you. She won't challenge you. She won't be the adversary, but she'll be right by your side when you're facing adversity to nurture you and to push you. So these are the types of qualities that those type of women that help shape a man grow, from whether he's a boy to a teenager to a grown-ass man. You know, my mom showed me how to cook. Showed me a lot of different things. You know, my mom also showed me too, you know, to love and to show the emotional side when it's necessary. You know, I think too many times we're taught as men not to do that, that makes us look weak. And that's bullshit, because you can learn that from a woman, and that's what makes you stronger. So a woman has all the percentage, as well as the man does, in the development of raising someone, or already someone being an adult and her giving him something to expand off of. If you are not ready for those blessings, then that woman is going to walk right past you and you will never meet her again. Sucks to be you.
This episode of the Real Sauce Podcast has been sponsored by Diamond Cut Promos. If you are a business and you're looking to promote your product, DM and follow Diamond Cut Promos on TikTok. James Edward Maceo West, born February 10, 1931, is an American inventor and acoustician. He holds over 250 foreign and U.S. patents for the production and design of microphones and techniques for creating polymer foil electrets. Along with Gerhard Sessler, West invented the foil-electric microphone in 1962 while developing instruments for human hearing research. Compared to the previous condenser microphones, the electric microphone has higher capacitance and does not require a DC bias. West and Sessler optimized the mechanical and surface perimeters of the system. Nearly 90% of the microphones produced annually are based on the principles of the foil-electric and are used in everyday items such as telephones, camcorders, hearing aids, baby monitors, and audio recording devices, among others. West, a renowned acoustical scientist, began his career at Bell Laboratories after earning a degree in physics from Temple University in 1957. He remained with that company for 40 years, specializing in electroacoustics, physical and architectural acoustics, as well as securing more than 250 patents before joining the faculty at Johns Hopkins University as a professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. His research at Johns Hopkins includes efforts to improve teleconferencing technology by transmitting stereophonic sound over the internet and new transducers. In addition, James has long been known for being a mentor to students and for being active in initiating and participating in programs aimed at encouraging more minorities and women to enter the fields of science, technology, mathematics, and engineering.
You never get this right, is when you're rolling with a G. Cause this party goes on all night, all night, all night. Cause this party goes on all night.
This is classical, feeling is magical. Anything other than this is unimaginable. Just living a dream, fantasies is being played out. Deja vu, reenacting the scene. Calculate, add the numbers up, money is clean. Directive is the same, keep a positive team. Let's get together, all walk with a lean. Good impression felt and left, never acting obscene. We could parley to the early morn, drinking the brew. But we could take liquor shots, reminisce with the crew. Palette in many and the flavors is so tasteful. Educate with proper etiquette is so graceful. Grew up around ghetto streets but not hateful. Had a balance in my life growing up youthful. Children of a different tune, keep it all playful. Let the music come and grab you and it won't escape you.